So a leak from Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is yet another piece of just complete garbage when it comes to how this game is looking so far. I don't like getting on here and just having to complain and just having to bitch about Call of Duty every single time I see something about the game. But every single piece of information we get seems to just automatically just be something negative. There's never any good news about Call of Duty ever. After like 2015, I've just lost hope that there's going to be any good news about a Call of Duty game coming out. So as most of you know, Call of Duty's next title, Black Ops 4, is going to be the first title in franchise history to ditch a traditional campaign and is instead going to be replacing that mode with a Battle Royale style game mode called Call of Duty Blackout. It is going to feature a bunch of like iconic locations, characters, weapons, and other, themes of gameplay from the Black Ops franchise specifically. And the map is supposed to be 1,500 times larger than Nuketown, which was gonna be a pretty decent sized map. If we look at it, Nuketown's a pretty small map, but can you imagine it like literally 1,500 times? That's a pretty good sized map, and it's gonna have locations, sprinkled through it, like fan favorite maps, things like that. As a concept, it's really cool. It's actually a pretty good idea, and I'm excited to at least try it. Well, I was pretty excited until I learned that according to a leak, Black Ops 4's Battle Royale will only support up to 60 players. Now keep in mind, we don't know this 100% yet, this is still a leak, but the image that I'm showing you right now is quite convincing. It seems pretty legit, and honestly, at this point, I would not be surprised because it seems like everything that Call of Duty touches turns to complete garbage, so if they did decide that they wanted to add in Battle Royale, I would not be surprised if they somehow managed to find a way to just completely take away all of the primary aspects that we've come to know and love from a Battle Royale game and completely flip them on their head and basically just completely ruin it. So let's say that this is 100% real, which honestly at this point I do think it's real because it's pretty obvious that they're not done developing this mode. It's only been in development for like 1 year, and obviously they're not going to get this whole mode done in a year. So they're still working on it, even though this game comes out in approximately 3 months, almost down to the day, so they don't have much time left, but they're still working on this mode. I'm assuming that they're still working on multiplayer. The beta is supposed to come out next month, but I should not have to explain to you why the 60 player count for Battle Royale is a problem, okay? If you have ever played like PUBG, Fortnite, H1Z1, you will know why this is a problem. So let's talk about the gameplay. If this is true, if it's only 60 players in this huge map, well, huge in terms of Call of Duty. This big map, 1,500 times the size of Nuketown, that's a pretty decent sized map. 60 players. The gameplay is going to be really slow, the gunfights are going to be pretty sparse, the game mode is going to suck ass. It's that simple. There's not really much else to it, that's all you really need to know. If you think about it, the reason that Fortnite is so fun is that there's the perfect combination of player count, map size, weapons to use, and overall gameplay, aspects. It's a perfect combination. The Fortnite map is pretty well designed to fit 100 players. Playing Fortnite with 60 players on that map would be horrible. Unless everybody just went to like the same 5 locations, the game would suck. And this goes for virtually any Battle Royale game that features a decent-sized map. And even in Call of Duty, okay? Like, here, in World War II, Gustav Cannon is the worst map in the game. Why? Because it's so big, it's too big for 6v6 matches, realistically. If anything, it should have been better designed and kept as like a war map, where it could handle just a few more players. I think it'd be a little bit more playable in that mode, but as a standard multiplayer map, it's garbage. Keep in mind, that map with 12 players is too big. Of course, that is within the constraints of traditional multiplayer, okay? So we can give a little bit of flexible room for Battle Royale because obviously you don't want literally everyone right on top of one another. Even like 50 Gustav cannons with like 50 players, I think is still a pretty large-sized map. So, especially in Call of Duty standards, like, Call of Duty traditionally has played very well with smaller maps, so the Battle Royale map legitimately should be just a tad bit smaller than the average Battle Royale map to kind of keep the action going. Even with like 50 Gustav cannons in World War II with like 50 players, I still think that the map wouldn't be right. So, if we're only gonna have these 60 players going around on this 1,500 times Nuketown map, there's going to be way too much map, not enough players, not enough action. Basically, all of the action is going to happen right at the beginning where everyone goes to the same spots, because if Nuketown is on the map, you already know like half the lobby's going to go there. This entire Battle Royale thing in Call of Duty is just sounding worse and worse every time that we hear something new about it. We haven't heard much about it, granted, but this will legitimately be an entirely wrong decision. Just think about the fact that Call of Duty's biggest ever mode, though, with potentially 60 players, is just now almost meeting the standard size of players in a Battlefield match. 64 players as a standard in Battlefield 1 is, you know, pretty good considering the maps in Battlefield are generally way bigger than they are in Call of Duty, and obviously there's more stuff going on in a Battlefield game. But really, Call of Duty, this is the best you could put up for Battle Royale. You guys realize that this mode is literally only really in Call of Duty Black Ops 4 because this is their way of trying to compete with Fortnite. Instead of just making a better game, instead of being more, you know, customer friendly, instead of making player-based decisions and actually going to the old winning COD formula that we've been asking for a while, with modern renditions that help it compete better in the market today, they have decided the best way to do it is, you know what, we'll just throw in a Battle Royale. That's doing pretty well, right? Okay, so how are we going to do this Battle Royale? You know, we're going to make it like the rest of the games where you can have like 100 plus players and it's, you know, really fun, action-packed, fits well with the map, the gameplay's quick, the concept is simple, pretty much anyone can pick it up and understand pretty quickly. Nah, 60's about the best we can do. I mean, honestly, whose idea was this? Okay, because we need to talk with whoever thought that 60 was a good number, okay? If you honestly think that I'm playing a Battle Royale game with a map that's supposedly this large with 60 players, you're out of your f***ing minds. I'm sorry, but you really are. There is no way, and I mean quite literally no way, this is going to catch on. If this entire rumor here is true, this 60 players thing is real, this is just going to be another major flop from Call of Duty. Advanced Warfare was not received well by fans. You know, Black Ops 3, good game, bad reception from the community. Infinite Warfare, entire shit show. Modern Warfare Remastered, good, you know, good remaster, but completely anti-consumer. World War II, great game now, horrible at launch, had horrible leadership. Black Ops 4 just appears to be a clone of Black Ops 3 with one of the most, you know, beloved features of Call of Duty that, you know, honestly, I could go without if Battle Royale sounded, you know, better than what it does. But this feature is being cut out for something that every other game now has. And instead of making it able to compete well and making something that we actually want and, you know, providing the features that we actually expect, it appears that they are just literally cutting corners whenever possible. And I know for a fact right now, the supply drops and the microtransactions for Battle Royale are going to be out of this world. This mode is going to be so monetized that Activision will have money coming through their noses. There is no way in hell that after, you know, what they saw happen with Fortnite, hundreds of millions of dollars in 1 month, that Activision is not going to shove supply drops straight up where the sun doesn't shine. This video has been a bunch of rambling about this entire topic, so let's clear this entire thing up right here. Battle Royale and Call of Duty, already very mixed reception. We'll have 60 players, possibly, well, probably, because honestly, it's Activision / Call of Duty. They are never going to listen. I would not be shocked to see them completely screw a feature up that, you know, should be basically just completely ingrained in all of our heads already. They're going to completely litter this thing with supply drops. The game mode itself doesn't even meet the standards of the, you know, next biggest competitors' standard multiplayer matches. The map size compared to the rumored player count is completely off whack for how a Battle Royale game should really be working. It's yet another mistake / just complete news article or rumor, whatever you really want to call this, depending on how this actually turns out to be true or not, that is portraying the game in a negative light, and a franchise that is seeing just the worst of itself that it has ever seen. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm just not even surprised. I don't know. I don't even know what I am right now. Everything we hear about this game just makes it sound worse and worse. I don't know what's going on over there at Treyarch, who's leaking the news, but the way that their information getting out is portraying this game is going to be a huge flop with the fans. It's already being very, very, very harshly judged by many of the core fans of the franchise. I'm very skeptical about how it looks. You already have plenty of people mad about the entire, Black Ops Pass and all that crap. I don't even need to mention that. You probably know about that already. We know it's going to be littered with supply drops. We know you guys are going to put in DLC weapons and either lock them entirely behind supply drops or make them so unobtainable that you're basically completely forced to get them through supply drops and luck. Guys, I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point because I want to play Black Ops 4. I want to think it's going to be a good game, but nothing good ever comes out. Ever. At this point, I feel like I'm probably gonna not like Black Ops 4. I'm just gonna be honest. I feel like I'm probably just not gonna like it. I'm gonna play World War II for another year. I'm gonna play Black Ops 3 for like the 5th year. No, not 5th year. Like 4th year in a row now. I just don't understand why they can't just listen to the fans, and if you're at least gonna copy the idea from all the other successful games and follow a market trend that is, to be fair, being caught on by basically everybody else, why you don't just understand the basic requirements, expectations, and overall principles of what you're taking from that idea and implement it into your game, but make it, like, the whole idea about it being Black Ops themed is sweet, okay? And if this game had basically all of Fortnite's mechanics copied over with Black Ops theming, it would be just enough for me. Personally, that would suffice for me, I'm not gonna lie, because it's different enough that it's a different experience from Fortnite, but it's also good enough that I want to play it, But at this point, even if Fortnite literally crashed and burned, like, literally tomorrow, you would not catch me playing this mode. Guys, I hope this rumor's not true. I hope that there's at least 100 players, because if there's not, there's no way that this thing's gonna work out. Anyways, guys, hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're brand new. We are on the push to 100K. We are getting there pretty quickly. And if you do want to go ahead and see all my newest content and live streams as they happen, go ahead and turn on your notifications for always. You might get lucky and YouTube might just promote one of my videos to you. Hey, and by the way, go follow me over on Twitter at @SubToOptimus for memes, thoughts, and updates. I talk to you guys over there when you tweet at me, or I try to at least. And there's a lot of stuff going on over there. And by the way, go ahead and join the Discord down below. The new Discord is doing very well. We have hundreds of people in there. It's been a complete riot so far, but we've had a lot of fun with it. If you want to go ahead and get in on the fun, go ahead and hit the link down in the description. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, playing a real Battle Royale game, and signing out.